Jay Leno built his image on clean jokes, family values, and loyalty. But for 40 years, a rumor shadowed his career, an affair that could have ruined everything. He always denied it, until now. At 75, as he cares for his wife battling dementia, Leno is finally opening up. He admits the rumor was partly true. His memoir will reveal a hidden relationship with someone who meant more than anyone knew. America's favorite host had a secret worth millions. Born April 28, 1950, in New Rochelle, New York, Jay grew up in a house full of contrasts. His Scottish mother sang lullabies in a thick accent. His father, an insurance salesman, talked non-stop, chasing quotas and paychecks. Catherine came to America alone at 11, determined her kids would work hard. Angela once drove through 3 states in a day to close deals. At night, their home filled with stories and sales pitches. By age 7, Jay was performing his dad's routine, with props, for the neighborhood kids. He learned early that hard work and humor could pay. Jay Leno's early years were a struggle. He had dyslexia, and school didn't come easy. Teachers thought he was slow, and he repeated 2 grades. But his humor was his escape. When a counselor told him to drop out in 1968, Jay responded with a joke, mocking the counselor's voice. The class laughed, and Jay got detention, but he found a sense of purpose. At 17, he started writing jokes nightly and reading them backward to train his brain. By 1966, he traded pizzas for 5 minutes on stage at a college party, earning his first $22 in tips. In 1969, after fighting a fellow comic who stole his joke, Jay started a comedy club at Emerson College to avoid expulsion. In 1973, Jay moved to LA with $350 and crashed on a friend's couch. He performed at odd hours for little pay, was banned from the Comedy Store, and faced rejection. But David Letterman helped him return. Jay's first Tonight Show appearance in 1975 didn't go well, with Carson cutting his set short and shelving it. That moment motivated Jay to keep pushing. By 1976, he was dating women all born on September 5th, joking he was dating the same person in 5 wigs. That year, he met Mavis Nicholson at the Comedy Store. She too was born on September 5th. They bonded over shared birthdays and their deep commitment to each other, even as Jay's career took off. In 1979, a sold-out show in Denver solidified his commitment to comedy, and by 1980, he married Mavis. Their connection was built on loyalty. By 1986, Jay was Carson's regular guest host, but he was also secretly positioning himself to take over Carson's job. In 1992, Jay's moment arrived. Despite widespread expectations that Letterman would take over The Tonight Show, NBC gave the seat to Jay. Shocking Hollywood. The fallout was tense. Carson didn't mention Jay in his final shows, and Letterman felt betrayed, leaving NBC to launch a rival late-night show. The late-night wars were just beginning. Jay Leno's debut as Tonight Show host was a disaster. Big-name guests skipped out of loyalty to Carson, and ratings tanked. To make matters worse, his manager, Helen Kushnick, blacklisted stars appearing on rival shows. In 1992, NBC gave Jay an ultimatum: fire her or lose the show. He chose his career. By 1993, Jay hit his stride, turning the O.J. Simpson trial into a comedy goldmine. His controversial jokes about the case boosted ratings, making Leno the new late-night king. In 1995, Jay's candid interview with Hugh Grant, who had been arrested with a sex worker, became a huge hit, despite some feeling it was exploitative. That honesty resonated with America and ratings soared. By 1999, Jay was beating Letterman in the ratings, solidifying his position at the top. But in 2004, NBC announced Conan O'Brien would take over The Tonight Show. Jay secretly negotiated for a 10 p.m. show, which critics saw as a move to undercut Conan. When Jay returned in 2009 after a brief hiatus, the industry backlash was fierce, accusing him of sabotaging Conan's transition. The situation exploded in January 2010 when NBC leaked emails revealed plans to push Conan's show later and insulted him in the process. Conan's public response, known as the People of Earth letter, sparked a media firestorm, costing NBC millions. Despite the drama, Jay's ratings remained strong, but by 2014, the late-night landscape had shifted. His viewership dropped, and younger audiences preferred Conan. In February 2014, Jay's final week pulled 4.99 million, his best in years, but his era was fading. After leaving late night, Jay shifted to Jay Leno's garage, showcasing his vast car collection. But on November 12, 2022, while working on a vintage steam car, Jay suffered severe burns when fuel sprayed in his face and ignited. He spent 10 days in the hospital, undergoing skin grafts and oxygen treatments. Just days later, he was back on stage, joking, "We've got 2 shows tonight, regular and extra crispy." It was typical Leno, always able to turn pain into punchlines. But the accidents didn't stop there. In January 2023, 2 months after the fire, Jay crashed his 1940 Indian motorcycle when he hit an unmarked wire across a parking lot. He broke his collarbone, ribs, and kneecaps, but joked, "A 72-year-old man riding an 83-year-old motorcycle. What could go wrong?" In November 2024, Jay slipped down a hill in Pittsburgh, falling 60 feet. He broke his wrist, lost a fingernail, and wore an eye patch, but still performed that night, quipping, "You don't learn from your mistakes. You just keep doing the same stupid thing." Fans began to worry Jay was addicted to danger. His garage, filled with over 180 cars and 160 motorcycles, is full of risky, unrestored machines, and Jay admitted working on them made him feel alive. Despite the accidents, he kept pushing through, canceling some shows, but never slowing down. Those close to him feared he was pushing his body too far. On the personal side, Jay and his wife, Mavis, never had children. Mavis had always said she didn't want them, and Jay respected that. In 1999, she led a campaign against the Taliban, raising $100,000 for Afghan women, and became a target for her activism. Jay supported her through it all. But in 2024, Mavis was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Jay petitioned for legal control of her finances as her memory declined, and he became her full-time caregiver. He spends his days making meals, playing memory games, and staying by her side. Though it's difficult, Jay says he feels proud to care for her. And then, the odd birthday coincidence. Jay revealed that all 5 women he'd lived with, including Mavis, were born on September 5th. It wasn't planned. In fact, when he learned Mavis's birthday, he just laughed. Some say it's more than coincidence, a cosmic match, given his moon sign is Virgo, aligning with their sun signs. In 2025, Jay also spoke about his strained relationship with David Letterman. Over the years, there had been tension, especially over Jay's Tonight Show takeover. Jay admitted that he still felt hurt after staying silent when Letterman had a heart attack in 2000. Newspapers slammed him for not acknowledging Dave, and he regretted that. Now at 75, Jay's writing a memoir. He's hinted that it will reveal some surprising truths, including a long-rumored affair in the 80s. The book is set to release in late 2025, and insiders say it could be one of the most explosive celebrity memoirs in years. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss an update. Also, drop a comment below.